Don't get too excited, because the butterflies in my stomach promised me that I might upchuck before this talk is over. So I can't promise anything. Thank God I didn't have any champagne or any beer. You made it even worse with your funniness. Like, why couldn't you have sucked? Like, God. Okay, so I'm just gonna quickly talk through this and just whatever, the train wreck that is about to happen, please do not judge Nigeria by this train wreck. So yeah, blabbing is gonna be happening here. Okay, quick. Yeah, so foreigners guide to Nigeria. This really is about me being foreign, looking at Nigeria with foreign eyes. Jesus Christ, the time is moving. Looking at Nigeria with foreign eyes. So, yeah, I've been in the US about the same amount of time as how long I've been in Nigeria. And these are farmers, duh. And these are the hands and the backs that feed a nation, proudly showing off the fruits of their labor. So why is this important? I wanted you guys to see all the different stories, and they say a picture shows 1,000 words. There are several documentary photographers. I'm going to pretend that these slides are not moving because it's making me nervous. But there are several documentary photographers in Nigeria that capture a lot of our stories in their work. And on every single picture that's going up on the slide, I will include, or I have included, their at Instagram, except that one. Yeah, so every other picture except this one has their at Instagram handles on there, so that if you want to check out those photographers, who are mighty awesome, by the way, you can follow them and see all the work that they're doing. These are artists who are, and actors who are normally, the funny thing about the arts in Nigeria, which is part of why we're here, the arts in Nigeria has previously been looked or frowned upon. That was the profession that you did if you couldn't get into the hallowed four, which are doctor, lawyer, engineer, or architect. If you're none of these four categories, nobody wants to marry you, nobody wants to date you, nobody cares what family you belong to. You are not making it in life, so you suck. But basically, within the past decade or so, there has been a resurgence, and one of our largest exports from Nigeria now is our movies and our music, which has totally transformed the entire music scene across the entire continent of Africa and in the diaspora, or the diaspora communities that are outside of Africa, including some random communities like the Dominicans who don't speak English but somehow really like Nigerian movies, which are in Pidgin English and English. I have no idea how that happened, but there are a ton of them that watch the movies. And in Guam. No idea how that happened, but it's huge in Guam for some reason. So now that it's a big thing and there's a lot of money to be had from endorsement deals and things of that nature, it's become a big thing. Another thing that's really important in Nigeria is fun, family, and friends. These are our social constructs, and these are the people that we rely on. We don't have social security as such, unless you work for a high-powered company per se. So the social security program that we have in the United States doesn't exist there. So really, your friends, your family, those are your social security. If you get old, there's no nursing home for people to put you in. Your family really is the one that takes on that burden. So they're super important. And it's also important to have fun. Odd statistic, the US has 14 public holidays this year. Nigeria has 25 public holidays. So holidays are pretty huge back there. So yes. Give it up, slow clap, you're right. Bikes, because bikes. And oh, by the way, his swag, that little kid on the side, his swag is on 100. Now, these are random places in Nigeria. This is actually a castle that was built by a German architect back in 1985. And I just wanted you guys to have those pictures up there. There's a documentary photographer in Nigeria that takes mostly unusual captures of Nigeria, things that we that are Nigerians, whether in the diaspora or based back home, don't even know exist in Nigeria. And that was one of those captures. And he had this really nice picture that he captured of this particular castle. And I really liked the slogan that he had on there. So, in conclusion, these are all the hashtags that you guys need to know whenever you're referring to anything Nigerian. There's zero chill. We are creative. We have no holds back, and our swag is like on 100, and we're at bay is like super important once you pass the age of 25. Once again, my name is Amelia. These are the awesome, or Amaha rather, that's how I introduce myself, excuse me. These are the awesome people that took some of those pictures, including the older folks on the left, including the lady in the middle, and to Ikwo, and then Yagazie, as well as these other two photographers who are both my age. And then we have one more picture coming up, which is the ridiculously awesome guy that took most of the documentary photography that you see in this presentation. So with that being said, hopefully we can meet each other, after this, and I can give you a better rendition of this talk, because that was a total train wreck. And I apologize on behalf of the entire Nigerian nation, both back home and in the diaspora, all the Nigerians with like an accent that sounds like this, and all the Nigerians that sound like they're back down here in the South with a little bit of Nigerian thrown in, like they kick with, they kick a little Henny and Coke every once in a while. I'm sorry on behalf of all of them for this. Don't judge them by this. Thank you. Amaha music.